Hello Stephenville. Each week we sit down with an interesting person of Erath County for 10 questions. Today we ask 10 questions to President of the Board of Directors of the Stephenville Museum, Ms. Ritchie. How are you, Robin?
I'm good. Good to see you.
Good seeing you. Well, let's go ahead and start. What are your daily responsibilities with the Stephenville Museum?
Well, I guess you would say that I am on call 24/7. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5, and then on Sundays, 1 to 5. And if our office manager or our docent has any questions to arrive or anything, I'm on call for those questions. But also just to come down and make sure that it's just a running smoothie and all that. There's days I don't have to do anything, and then there's days that I'm down here from can to can. So it's just whatever pops up is what I do.
All right. Well, what was your very first job?
My very first job that I got paid for, my dad was in charge of the school buses, and one of his bus drivers used to own what we call the dairy treat, and I slung hamburgers.
All right. It's funny, we sit down with different people for 10 questions, and many of them had something to do with the food industry for that first job. Who do you count as your mentors?
Well, I'd have to say right off, my parents, because they're good people, and if I could be like my parents, I'd make success. And of course, including them, I have to say Jesus Christ, because that's who's first in their life. So probably my family.
Right. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
I'd have to say at this time of my life, probably my physical being. I would like to be more physically fit. That way I'd be able to do more. I do find limitations sometimes with, at the end of the day, being too tired. So physical being.
All right. Well, in your position with the Stephenville Museum, what do you consider the greatest opportunities?
Oh, that's easy. The opportunity to be able to preserve our history and to meet people that are excited about that. Families come in with a precious item of their families, and they're as excited about it as they can be, and being able to take that excitement and preserve it for them. That's the easiest thing that we do.
All right. Well, on the flip side of that, what are some of your greatest challenges with the Stephenville Museum?
That's easy too. It's finances. We're a nonprofit organization, so the 15 members of the board and our 2 staff are constantly pinching pennies and seeing what we can do with less all the time. But if we had the opportunity to have more finances, we could do more work. Mm-hmm. It's easy.
How has technology impacted the way you do business today?
That's interesting. Being a historical museum, you'd think that technology would be, a bad thing, but it's really not, because we're very excited that we're fixing to implement some new computer programs and stuff where we're going to be able to archive our collections and have a research center where we can have, computer skills. So it's really good, and that we can go online and find things, and also that kind of technology is really helping our business a lot.
Mm-hmm. Tell us something about yourself that most people don't know.
That's hard for Stephenville because I was raised here, but I guess I'd have to say probably that I raised 5 children. I'm a mother of 3, but I've raised 5 children. I have 12 grandchildren, and I homeschool my son.
Right. If you could have a different career other than what you're doing today, what would it be?
Probably my first love, and that would be helping retarded citizens. I was raised with a retarded brother, and I did work in the MHMR industry for several years until I became a mother. So I'd probably go back to that, but I love what I do, so I'm okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Robin.
Thank you.
We love having you
Appreciate
with
it.
us today.
Thank you.
And thank you, Stephenville. Be sure to check back to EmpireTribune.com frequently to see who we'll sit down with next.